Good afternoon, everybody. Happy Friday. It is Fun Full Friday today. So come on in, say hello. Let me know if you're joining me. And I welcome you to my channel. If you're new, definitely let me know where you're joining from, and also whether you enjoyed the card that we're doing today. A simple and easy fun fold that you're gonna love with the floral impressions. Well, the Pretty Floral Suite, I guess is what it is, the name of it, I'm thinking. Let me just look at, just see what the suite is called. Florals in Bloom Suite, okay? We're going to use the Pretty Florals bundle today. Well, probably just the stamp sets, okay? And that beautiful Florals in Bloom designer paper, which I love. So, hi Shirley. It's not too hot, but it's muggy. There is a little bit of a breeze if you're lucky. And I feel like a hot mess. It's time for my haircut and I can't get in. So we're going to just have to deal with it for the next couple weeks. So, okay, so let's get started. How are you, Shirley, today? Yeah, let's see, Nancy. Here we go. So this is our 25 to 26 annual catalog right here. And if you're local to me and you're going to come to our mega stamp sale, you can pick one. There'll be a way for you to get one of these also. If you've placed an order in the last 6 months, they'll be free. Otherwise, they will be for sale for anybody that would like one. There is limited quantities. So yeah, you can see on page 42 all the beautiful things in the suite. There's these beautiful flat pearls that they're the in color flat pearls, and then we've got this beautiful designer paper, and there are 2 stamp sets in this mega suite. Okay, hi Carol, welcome. Good. All right, I'm glad you're doing good. And then there's some great ideas. I love how Stampin' Up kind of shows how they create our exclusive designer paper, which is really sometimes fun to read about. The artists actually create and painted this. As you can see, they painted individual images and then they work their magic digitally. So that's really fun. Okay, so on Wednesday, we did this sketch card, okay? If you missed this, go back and check out the video for that on Wednesday. You can see it here in my YouTube channel, okay? So, we're going to use the same product, and we're going to create a fun fold today, okay? Let's see, let's put those out of there. So here's the Pretty Floral stamp set right here, and of course, the dies that go with it. There's some standalone dies and then dies that cut out the images. That one got misplaced there. So that's kind of neat. And then we're also using, so we're not really using the dies. We're pretty much focusing on the stamp set today. And then we're using the textured notes. I love these. I almost want to get a second set. So we're going to use like the 3rd and the 4th largest ones, dies. I love each die. They nest really well, but each die has a different pattern on it, which I love. So it really gives a lot of versatility to your image, to your project. So there is 2 dies that do have the same pattern, just the 2 dies. Well, no, I guess there's another set of dies that do as well. So, but anyways, I think if you don't have these in your library, you're gonna love these. Hi Noni, hi Colleen. It is a gorgeous day. And we're also using the Unbounded Love. We're gonna use the Happy Birthday in this set here. Okay, so those are the products we're using. Oh, let's look at the designer paper one more time. Okay, so here is the front and back of that design. Then we have this, I'm going to call it hyacinths, I think, or maybe it could be lilacs as well. We've got those 2. And then we have these here that's got Timid Tiger and Summer Splash color scheme. And this is Strawberry Slush here. And actually, this color is our, I want to say it's our Secret Sea. And then this is our cloud cover, those flowers there. And then here's this design with the back side of that with our cloud cover. And then we've got this one. And some of these images could be fussy cut. Okay, we've got that's the back side. And I saved my favorite for last. This is the one I love. I just love, it's so bright. You know, I think it's the yellows and the reds mixed together, which is really pretty. Okay, hi Betty, welcome. Glad you're here. Okay, so that's the designer paper, the Floral in Blooms designer paper. And all right, let's get started. You know what? I didn't look to see. It was a tie. So I don't know which one of these should we use today. I had asked about the Secret Sea or the Darling Duckling. I keep calling it Darling Duck. And actually it's Darling Duckling. So let me, I don't know if I can quickly look here to see what the pull was. Let's just kind of, do I see that? Let's see if I can see Darling Duck, that Darling Duck. So one, it was that. So it's this Secret Sea has one out. Okay, so let's make that. Okay, I have the completed sample for this one. All right, so super simple fun fold. You're gonna need a paper trimmer, okay, and let's see. So we're gonna start out with some designer paper. This is, let me make sure, 5 1/4 tall and 8 inches long. That's it, so easy. So we're simply gonna score at 4 inches. Okay, so this is what you want facing up, the design that you want facing up. Okay, you'll see as we go. 4 and then 6. That's it. 2 scoring measurements and we're done. We have a fun fold. Yay! Fun fold card. I love making fun folds. So pretty much this should be, of course it's 8 inches long, so we scored it 4 inches. So this should be folded in half pretty much. Okay, and then this one pretty much should fold back and meet this, okay, if we scored properly. Here we go. All right, there's our fun fold right there, okay. Isn't that easy? Easy peasy. And then we have a piece of Secret Sea cardstock. It's like my new favorite ink. I love using the ink with this. And we are simply going to adhere this, okay? That's all. This is going to be our card base right there. Okay, let's go grab some glue. Hi, Pat. Good afternoon. I was thinking about calling you, and I just didn't get to it. So we have been hauling stuff out of the basement. Wait till you guys, if you're local, you are not going to miss our retired stamp sale. Okay, if you RSVP that you're going to attend, I have, if you got my newsletter, there's a little note in there if you RSVP. All right, so you might want to check out the latest newsletter edition for some information about that. Okay, so, and all the details are there. Okay, so we've got some glue here. We're simply going to adhere this. Center it on this cardstock. All right, that looks good. I love this color. All right, so I've die cut these 2 dies, one in Summer Splash and one in Basic White. They're both the same size. And then we have another one here. We've got a piece of Secret Sea, and this piece is 2 3/8 by 3 7/8. And then we die cutted this one right here. Oh, I got such a glare. There's that one, okay. And then let me show you this design. That's what I used. Okay, so we are going to adhere this. This is going to be our message area. Okay, so we can simply adhere this right in the center. Okay. There we go. Make sure it's straight. Let me just look at my sample here. Okay, so we've got that. And then we're going to take this one and we're going to kind of line this up so it's covered. So the best way is, so I've got it lined up, I'm going to just flip it backwards and I'm going to see where that fold is, okay? And that's where we want to, or what's even easier, okay, is let's take some tear tape, okay? And we're going to just kind of, we can see this one underneath, right? So we don't have to go to the very end of it. You guys see this? Let me do this. You see where I have the tear tape? Not quite to the end of that, but that'll be good enough. And then let's just put a piece on this side, okay? There. And this is probably easier than liquid glue. So when you adhere this, you know, we've got enough glue here and there'll be glue there to meet the edge of our fold there, okay? So let's tear these off. There we go. And so here's my adhesive. And so my adhesive is here. And I'm going to first line this up to that white one and just secure it down. There we go. Simple. See, you don't even know there's white in there until you open it up to see that. I could just open and close these all day, right? Okay, so let's do the rest of this, okay? We're going to do a little bit of stamping, and we need to stamp off again. We'll use my piece from the other day. So we're going to use Summer Splash today, okay? So let's start with our greeting first, I think. No, we did that last, so I did that last. So we're going to start with Granny Apple Green. And I've got that 3-leaf pattern, so let's just ink that up. Granny Apple Green. Betty, I do wish you'd live closer. Well, come for the weekend. There's lots of hotels in town. It's a beautiful place to come visit, too. Skinny Atlas is like the jewel of the Finger Lakes. Okay, so we are going to just stamp that down at the bottom, okay? Close this up, and then we're going to use some Summer Splash here. And so it's a 2-stepping stamp. So we have, I feel like I have the wrong one. Nope. Okay. Let me just make sure. Do I have all the stamps out of there? Yep. All right, we're good. So we have the solid one, okay? We're going to start with that one first. And we are going to just stamp, all right? And then I'm going to try it a couple of times just to see. So I think I like the second generation the best, so let's do that. And we'll just stamp it off. You can always stamp it again. All right, there we go. And let's see. Whoop, why am I closing that? We need it one more time. And then we've got this highlight stamp, okay? And we're going to stamp that full strength right over top. There we go. Look at that. Beautiful. So are you guys loving this fun fold? Now let's add our greeting, okay? And I'm loving using Secret C for words. So let's grab our happy birthday right here. And let's see. Let's do this. There we go. Okay. Now we are done. So we're going to adhere this to our Secret C mat here, which again is 2 3/8 by 3 7/8. Just really gives it a nice, I'm glad that they made the dies so they come out in good increments, because sometimes the measurement is just a little off. Okay, let's add some dimensionals to this. Give it a little pop up here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Your daughter lives in Glens Falls. Well, Betty, Glens Falls is probably like, no, maybe 3 hours or less drive, I'm guessing, away from me. You just come down the thruway, and I'm about a half hour from the thruway, depending on what exit you get off. All right, look at that. Isn't that cool? I forgot about that. Okay, so let's jazz this up a little bit. We're going to take some white baker's twine, and I'm going to just do the bunny ears trick. So you take 2 loops, okay? You see you've got 2 loops, and you just cross them over and tie your knot, okay? And then you can still adjust them to whatever way you want. Okay. All right, that looks good. Whoops, I got some mini glue dots right here. Yes, you could come for a visit or come for the day, Jenny or Betty, and it's a great place to go out for lunch and so on. Here we go. Of course, I don't know how far you are from your daughters. So we're gonna just put our little bow right there. And but stay tuned for Facebook. We will be updating our Facebook as we start setting stuff up. Okay. All right. So let's grab some rhinestones here, some basic rhinestone jewels here, and what do I want to put on there? I think we did all little ones. I'm going to just put like a jewel at the bottom of the flower here where it meets the stem. Let's move that out of the way and put that there. Just to kind of gives it a little bit of a bling, right? Okay, what do you think? Do you like that? There we go. It doesn't sit on a shelf well, okay? That's the only downside to it, but I still love it, you know? Still nice if they had some type of stand. Okay, let's jazz up our envelope here, okay? Add a little liquid glue to the flap. These are my colors. I love these colors. Okay, let's do... Looking for that fold. I just put it up against the fold and we'll give it a little trim. Here we go. So so we talked about if you need to order these supplies, you can go to my website at createwithnancy.com and click on that shop now button, and after this video is done I'll be adding a shopping list of all the supplies. You can just, you know, click on that shopping list and it'll automatically add everything to your cart, and you can delete anything that you don't want as well. Okay, so here's our card. Get rid of that. Isn't that just beautiful? Okay, so let's look at, anybody want to see a sneak peek of my next Crafter's Tea coming up in June? I got the cards done. Yay! So I feel so good. I'm trying to I even have next week's videos or live projects all set and ready to go. I'm like cranking them out here. So I need to do the following week because that's when our sale is, and that week it might be a recorded video. If I can get to it. All right, so maybe before I show these, let me give you a quick preview. We're going to do a sketch. All the projects are based around a sketch when we do our Crafter's Tea, okay? So if you're local, and there will be an option to go, if you watch for my newsletter, I will have an option to go as well, okay? Central Wisconsin. Yeah, that is a little bit of a drive. Okay, so here's our first one. This is using the Storybook Moments. And then, of course, we have the texture paper right here. I try to do a manly card, you know. And then we have these cute little turtles, and there'll be different turtle images that will be in your kits. And then here's the Floral Delight here. It's got some lemon lolly card base. And then finally, let's see, Impressions Bloom or Bloom Impressions, whatever that paper is, uses Blueberry Bushel card base. So those are the next tea cards in June. And I think I said what the date was in the last newsletter. I'm an intern. I don't know about that, Pat. I'm not quite sure what kind of Energizer bunny I am, but anyways. Okay, so here's the Secret Sea one. Here's the Darling Duck. Let me zoom out a bit here. Let's see. Is that good? That should be good. Okay, so here's Darling Duck. This is my favorite right here. Using Strawberry Slush. Darling Duckling, okay? I got to get that ling in there. And then we have right here, this has got a Blackberry Bliss card base with some bubble bath. All right. So you can really see that designer paper. It's just a great way to showcase that beautiful designer paper. Okay, and then here we've got the cloud cover with some more Secret Sea and Timid Tiger in there. And then we got Bubble Bath and Blackberry Bliss in there as well. And then Summer Splash with Timid Tiger. So those using all 6 papers. And this will end up being a summertime class as well, okay? Because when you come to the sale, there will be sign up for classes for the summer. Okay, everybody. Let's see, what else do I need to tell you? You can sign up for my newsletter if you haven't already. This is where you're going to get the information about the sale, about classes, anything happening with Stampin' Up. And let's talk Stampin' Up, because right now there's a great join offer happening right now. So if you love getting things at a discount, I wouldn't be doing my job if I didn't let you know there's a great promotion for $99 plus sales tax. You can choose $165 in product. So anything you want in the catalog, you do not have to go and sell anything. You can just join to get the discount and be part of my Inkin' with Heart Stampers team as well. Because even if you're not local, we do a monthly Zoom class as well. So you join us by Zoom. And so you can still be a part of our team as much as you want. So, okay, I'm trying to think. Let me just look at my notes because my head is just like, I'm thinking about everything. I think I talked about everything. Just the newsletter, the starter kit, and so on. So I'll be working hard at the sale this weekend. I've got a whole weekend with nothing going on. So hopefully I get lots done because we still got like another, 13 days to be ready. So thank you for joining me. Come back next Wednesday for a simple and easy card. I'm trying to think if it's a sketch. I don't know. I think it's using in colors. I know. I should know. I just made them, right? But so come back. I'm sure you're going to love it. And there'll be a fun fold again on Friday next week as well. So I appreciate you joining in and have a great weekend. And hopefully the rain just kind of stays away. I'd rather it rain this week.